A medieval A minor progression. Hello, guitar pickers and banjo pickers. Jeff Belding here, and today I'm in a medieval kind of mood. So we're going to try this here progression based on A minor, and the three chords we're dealing with are A minor, D, and E minor. And the progression was written out in a tweet from yesterday, as well as on my Facebook page. I will also have some visual aids for you to look at where it seems necessary to explain myself further. But first of all, let's hear the guitar and the banjo strumming the progression together on the count of 4. They'll play it twice through. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor, D, A minor, D, A minor, D, E minor, A minor, repeat. Now, to create a melody or improvise to this progression, we'll practice the Dorian mode in A. What is a Dorian mode? It is a scale of notes built on the second tone, in this case, of the G major scale. So if you know your scales, which I don't necessarily expect you to know, but if you do, great. There is an F sharp in the A Dorian mode. But we will start the scale on an A note, go up from there to a high A. On the guitar, that would be the A note at your 3rd string 2nd fret that you're starting on, and you would end up at the high A 1st string 5th fret. And the banjo will also start on the A note at 3rd string 2nd fret, but it will end up on a high A at the 1st string 7th fret. Keep in mind that the banjo is tuned to standard G tuning. So if I was technologically savvy enough, which in most cases I am not, you should see a visual of the A Dorian scale in both music notation and in tablature for both the guitar and the banjo. This is right now in my mind, but hopefully I can reproduce it. So I think the way we'll approach this is the instruments will play the A Dorian scale together. The first time in half notes, to give you a lot of time to work with it. They will play it up, they will play it to the top note, repeat the top note, and go back down. When they reach the bottom again, they will proceed up again in quarter notes just to get you playing a little quicker. And that way, if the quarter notes move too fast for you, go back and try the half notes. So here we go, guitar and banjo on the A Dorian scale. Good luck. One, two, three, four. Quarter notes. Okay, leave it to the knucklehead banjo player for not keeping good time. But I guess you get the idea. Next, I'll put down the rhythm guitar, playing the chord progression 16 times through, and I will add some solos above that. The first two times around, the guitar will take a solo based on that A Dorian scale, and then the third and fourth time, the banjo will take a solo based on that A Dorian scale, and we'll switch back and forth every 2 times. So just to give you an idea how I would go about phrasing this scale, using quarter notes and half notes for now. Just as a warning, I'll start each solo on the highest note, on the high A note, and come backwards in half notes. And I'm not sure what that'll sound like against the chord progression, but I'm hoping all the notes fit. And then beyond that, I'll just kind of do some professional noodling, as we like to call it. One, two, three, four. So there you have an off-the-cuff use of this A Dorian minor scale against our medieval progression. When you try this on your own with the up-and-coming track, think in simple scale-like movement. You are inventing musical phrases. If 3 notes that you just played sound good together, then go ahead and repeat them over. Don't go riffing your brains out, at least right away. This isn't an audition for Ozzy's next guitar player, after all. These 8 notes are like 8 Lego blocks of different shapes and colors. Assemble them over and over in any configuration that your imagination can produce. Sometimes I will target the root or namesake of the chord that I happen to be on, but it isn't always necessary. You may have noticed that the last guitar and the last banjo solos were a little busier, incorporating some 8th notes and even doing some interplay between the 2 instruments. There's a few moments when the banjo uses the open 3rd string, which is not a crime. So now we'll finish up with a rhythm guitar backup of our medieval chord progression so you can try your own ideas. And it's your notes, so go ahead and riff your brains out. Here's your backtrack coming at you. One, 2, 3, 4. sure to try this with a friend, switching off on lead and rhythm. And of course, you don't have to adhere to strict downward strumming. I just did that to keep things simple for now. In the future, I'll put together an arrangement of our medieval piece, maybe adding a bridge to it. Until then, I look forward to meeting with you again when the next light bulb goes off in my bare of very little brain. So, keep picking, keep grinning, and don't play too many minor chords. They can be kinda depressing after a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.